Hey guys, my name is Jonah Battle, and today I'm going to be doing an informational video about African clawed frogs. Now, I covered the 5 things that I normally cover about the animals that I do these series on. So now I'll be talking about if I personally think if they would be good pets for beginners or I guess long-time keepers of amphibians or fish. I wouldn't really know what category to put this in because it's a fully aquatic frog. But anyway, so I personally think the African clawed frogs are super easy, and if you like fish and if you like, well, it's kind of like, I don't know. If you like amphibians and you like fish, then it's definitely something that you would like. So with food's super easy. They basically eat, they also eat worms, by the way. I didn't say that in that video, but I've fed mine worms. They can eat pellets, and that's basically as good as you're going to get with, I think that's as good as you're going to get with an amphibian or a reptile or a fish, basically. They're just going to eat, like pellets, basically. So that's super easy. Then, for housing, you can keep them bare bottom, which is super easy, and you technically don't need a filter. It's just a lot more care without the filter. I definitely recommend a filter, and the only problem with housing is that they can jump out, so that's kind of a little bit, I'd say it's kind of like medium. Like, food's easy. It's a little bit medium with housing because there's a high chance they could jump out, which really isn't a problem if you just have like a normal metal top or like kind of the chain. I don't know how to explain it, but like the general lids for an aquarium. And also, you don't need a huge aquarium like at all. And then, what's next? So lighting. Lighting is easy. You want a day and night cycle, but it doesn't have to be like crazy. Like you don't have to have some kind of like special light. If it's the light in your room, then it's not gonna really matter. It's an amphibian, so it doesn't need UVB, and it really doesn't need any kind of special lighting. So lighting is, again, easy. Then with temperature and humidity. Temperature is like a little bit harder. You're then have to have a heater, unless you keep your room at like 80 degrees, which is very possible. But I've heard of a lot of people just keeping their fish room at 80 degrees, so then they only have to heat one thing instead of, like 50 tanks or whatever. So you're probably going to want a heater if you just have it in a normal room. So again, maybe a little bit medium. Then for substrate, you don't even technically have to have substrate. It's kind of, I don't know, if you don't really know what you're getting into, it could be troublesome if you have pebbles that are too small, but with my experience, it doesn't really matter too much. So overall, they're real easy. Like, if I were to compare them to an iguana, iguanas are way harder than them. So I definitely recommend them for a beginner. For a beginner, I'd probably even say they're easier than African dwarf frogs for the fact that mine's eaten better than an African dwarf frog. Like, maybe I'm not very, I wouldn't say I'm very good at keeping African dwarf frogs, and I haven't for a while, but they didn't seem very active, and they didn't seem to like be as food motivated as an African clawed frog. And feeding is normally the most fun thing to do with, a lot of animals. So definitely recommend it for a beginner, and obviously that'd mean for a person who keeps amphibians and stuff like that. I don't know, if you keep mainly amphibians, you're probably used to water, because if you keep like a bullfrog or something, it's mainly water. But yeah, they're fully aquatic, and it's something I didn't really talk about with housing. That makes housing really easy, so you don't have to have land and water. It can just be water. So this is my video. Hopefully it was helpful. I don't know, it was kind of persuasive because, again, it's my opinion. So I hope I persuaded you to get an African clawed frog. If you enjoyed this video, like it down below. If you have any comments or concerns, put them in the comments below. And if you want more content, then subscribe. If you have any ideas of what the next animal I should do, like the I don't know, next week I have to start doing another season. I don't know what I'd call this. Another series of videos for how to take care of another animal. I'll probably do the northern green frog because I have one of those now and it's super cool. Or also put down in the comments if you think I should do fish, because I have a lot of those and I could do that. Hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you have a good day.